really need my maiden name. I don't really need it. I like your last name better anyway. Like, I'll just take that. I know he can do his own laundry. I know that he can clean the house, but I want to do it for him. I want to cook all his meals. I want to make sure he's getting all his whole grains, all his vegetables. I want to make sure he's getting all that protein. He has not asked any of this of me. It just kind of naturally kicks in. Like, these instincts just kind of come out of like, oh, now I have to take care of you when you're sick. Oops, I made you breakfast and it fits all of your dietary requirements. My bad. I think I got possessed by a housewife. Is that what happens when you fall? You just get possessed?
Nice. She sounds like she's not so sure whether she's supposed to think or act this way, but it's perfectly fine and maybe much more appreciated too. Next we got Lady J dismantling some standards.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
But why not?
You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
How much exactly can it cost?
Everything costs. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is going to need a sip of something. She's going to be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date.
So they're saying that approximately 18% of the United States population shouldn't date. Right.
That's a W. He's losing himself every single day and you don't even know. You all think he's so strong, and every day he doesn't even know who the person is staring back at him anymore. He doesn't know who he is. He's faking his smile. He's faking I'm fine. He's faking everything every single day. He sits in his car in the driveway trying to build up any kind of encouragement to go in and put on yet another fake smile for you.
That was such a strong message, and we all need to look out for one another, because you never truly know what others are going through. Next we got a tough scenario that's all too common.
I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, it's never the same. I guess.
Do you think there's any athletes that are loyal to their girlfriends or wives?
Sit down, it's story time, and oh baby. I work in professional sports. I have worked for 2 NHL teams on the payroll, and I've worked for professional soccer teams. I've been involved in baseball, basketball, and football, and boy howdy, I got some stories. There was one particular player, and he was the star of his team, and he was one of the best players in the league. He would give his phone after every road trip to the equipment manager, and I would always ask why. Turns out that was his spare phone. That was his away phone. That was the phone he used while he was on the road away from his wife to communicate with girls to get them to come to the hotel in the road cities that the team was staying in. There was also this one time that a guy was dating 3 girls at once and invited them to his championship game, and they all showed up at the after party, and he was hoping that they weren't going to meet, and they did.
Messi, Curry, LeBron, Jason Kelce, Dirk Nowitzki, and Kirk Cousins are just a few loyal pro athletes. And they may have plenty of options, but that does not necessarily mean that they have to accept them. Now you could say this next bro is pretty lucky.
I'm going to tell you about a friend that went out with a single mom of 3 the other night and how this backfired on him. So let's call him X. His name is X. X goes out with the single mom. He's very excited. What does he do? He brings her flowers against what I recommended him to do. He went against my suggestion, and he brings her this big bouquet of flowers. He's so excited. I said, okay, but... So he does that. They go out for a nice dinner. He asks her out. He takes her for a nice dinner. He was having an amazing time. Amazing time. It was going great, going just the way he thought it would. And everything's great. And the meals come on time. And she's looking at him and looking at him. They're getting along. They're building connection. And then the check comes. He pays for the check as he should. As he should, y'all. And as the check comes, she asks him, wait, do you mind if we get my kids' food as well? They need some when I come back home. So he says, okay. He agrees. He agrees. And not only does she say, he's expecting, oh, maybe some chicken tenders, something like that. But no. This was a nice place. So he was already daddying for the evening. What does she do? She gets 2 big chicken linguine dishes to bring home for her 3.
Yeah, he's definitely got to run as she went too far and seems like she's taking advantage of him, because her family is her responsibility and not his.
Hey, in case nobody's asked you this today, are you okay? Are you really?
I was talking to this boy one time. First time he blinked, he said communication is key. He doesn't have time for it, all right? He told me from the jump, I cannot read your mind. If you're mad, say it, okay? One day he pissed me off, dropped me home, texted me all like, are you okay? The energy seems really off. I didn't respond. Then he texted me again, didn't respond. He called me like 3 times. I'm looking at the phone, I'm not answering. The next day, he called me 2 times in the morning. I didn't answer. Same speed, he texted me, so you came into my life to do weird. LOL, I don't even play. I told you that. Stay blessed. I said, oh. I've been blocked on everything ever since. I tried calling from a text-free number. He said there's nothing for us.
He made the effort by texting and calling her multiple times while she chose to ignore it. So he simply knew his worth and walked away. Now this next creator may know a little bit too much.
So like I'm about to walk down the aisle and I'm just thinking, if he's crying, there's a chance I get the ick. But if he's not crying, I'm gonna be like, why aren't you crying? It's the happiest day of your life.
Please, no! 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 No!
When you are dating somebody, it should really only be about just seeing if you and this person got a connection.
Connection,
Do we
yes.
work together? Are we on the same page? Do we got the same beliefs, the same values? Something along those lines. But y'all get so frustrated. Well, he keep texting me what you doing, and he ain't asking me how much is my rent and my kernel. That's not his problem.
Exactly.
A real man is not getting ready to lead with his money. Only an insecure man lead with his money. A man that is genuinely interested in you, he's going to see any type of weight that he can lift off of you, so you wouldn't have to ask to begin with.
Instead of looking for sponsorships, they should be looking for relationships, because it's about what you can give and not what you can get. Now this next one will remind you of how tough it's gotten in the gyms.
I can't even look in the same direction for too long at the gym because they're terrified someone's recording them and then blast them all over the internet later on. Can't ask for a phone number because he might also look like a creep. Really can't even exist at this point without apologizing, and I'm tired of it. You know what? You want him to go up to you? You have to go up to him at this point, because that's the reality you've all...
I'm just having a really hard day and trying to get ready. If you hear something or an update about your ex, send it just you.
I could have married a lot of the people that I've dated.
Okay, I turned 40 this year, and I've never been in love. I've never been in a relationship.
Struggling financially, being alone, having no one there to talk to as you age, no kids.
And I always thought I would have kids. I thought I would be married by now. And now the closer I get to it, and I'm scared. I don't know.
I didn't think it would be an issue. I'm 32 years old.
I'm 53. I would like to think that I'm still young, right?
The fact that you're 40 and single, still with no children, and now you find out that she's 8 weeks pregnant, and you so want to feel happy for her, but inside you feel so sad.
Happier when they are single.
I'm in a stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies, and
if she wants to start a family, then she's got to put in the work to get one. That involves getting out of the house so she could meet some potential husbands. And let's continue.
You know that at 40, you are running out of time, and soon you won't have a choice at all.
I also feel like I'm getting older, and it's like I have to put some effort into dating or I'm just gonna be alone forever. But now I'm just honestly getting to the point where I'm just gonna be the single aunt.
But like it's really hard when like I don't really have anyone to go to like on a Friday night.
I am 30 years old and I have been single for over 12 years, so never had a real adult relationship.
Maybe I should just give up. But I don't know. Then I feel like if I give up, then it's like, then I'm totally throwing the towel in, and like, that sounds and feels sad.
But really, it's just crazy. It's been a rough month for me, and I got COVID. I just want to be taken care of.
You know, my whole life I've just been so independent.
There is no shame in not wanting to climb the ladder.
You are going to be alone. You're not going to have a family. Like, I don't want to wake up at, 60 by myself.
And people go home to their families or partners or whatever, and you go home to an empty house.
Notice that point right there of going home to an empty house. Because plenty of guys will date, but getting them to stick around for a long-term relationship is a challenge. Really hope you enjoyed these clips today, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.